Hey YouTube. Well, I'm doing this video is more of a response to a video I saw. I'm not going to put the link in because it's just a phone recording video and I cannot be bothered doing all that editing. But in the video, the guy was asking why American twin-cylinder engines, talking about the Harley, um, is low on power compared to Italian bikes and I guess Japanese bikes. I think he was just referring to the fact that they're not overly powered. I don't know. I've never ridden a Harley myself. Always wanted to, but I've never ridden one, so couldn't really say. To be honest, I've always been a bit afraid of riding something that big because I've never ridden a bike of that size. So it would definitely be an experience. But in saying that, engineering, it's basic engineering, really. Harley never built their bikes to be for the road to be like that because they were built for reliability. That was my understanding of Harley. So that's why they cost more, because then you don't have to pay as much to keep them working, I guess, something like that. But why they're down on power compared to the other bikes? Well, look, I don't know the specific reason for that, why they might be designing their bike like that, but it comes down to a few things. So when people talk about power, they don't really think about torque. Power and torque are similar. So power is it goes, push, bang, blow. That's basically it with a 4-stroke engine. So it comes, the power is the bang. So that's your power. Your torque is basically your rotational force. So the longer the stroke, that's why trucks have a lot of torque, because they've got a long stroke engine. Should do. So yeah. I'm guessing a Harley must have a longer stroke engine than the Japanese and Italian bikes. That's why they rev higher than the Harley, I guess. That would make sense to me. You overcome that with gearing. So if you want a certain speed with a lower RPM vehicle, you just make longer gears, basically. It's just basic engineering, really. You just counter anything that really, whatever obstacle you want to overcome, that's how you do it. So perhaps I would guess the reasoning, because it's probably due to the compression ratio of the Harley. I think they're all fuel injected nowadays, so I don't think they're carbureted, to my knowledge. So it's easier to get the perfect fuel air mixture. So it would come down to how much compression does the Harley have. It's not a displacement issue. It's basically how much compression you're running on that engine. So that would be that reason. And as for, look at the type of bikes that Harley are competing with. Like, they're not trying to be race bikes, they're trying to be cruisers. People don't buy a Harley because they want to race around at 100 mile an hour through a corner. They want to be able to sit on the bike all day for 8 hours straight and cruise 200 miles. Like that's basically what. Well, you probably go further than that, but yeah, that's basically what a Harley's there for. So yeah, I guess it comes down to what exactly are you buying the bike to do. Most people that buy a Harley are older, again, because those crutch rockets, they're okay, they're really fast, but they're horrible on your back and your shoulders. And even though you're not supposed to use your shoulders when you're turning a bike, a lot of guys tend to do that. So yeah, it gives your shoulders a good old working. I learned to ride after a while, stopped using my shoulders with that bike, let the bike do the turning, but it's not something that, gets taught to you straight away. Like, you kind of have to learn that. And then someone told me, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah, so so I don't know that I could say that American technology is behind Japanese or Italian when it comes to motorcycles, because I think it comes down to purpose and what you're using it for, and like what is it you want to do. So yeah, so I mean, like I said, most older people would prefer a cruiser over a race bike. So and it comes down to like your back. Your back takes, after work and stuff and all of that, you don't want to get on a bike that hurts your back. So that's why most people don't tend to, when you're older, gravitate towards those fast bikes. So yeah, and I mean, look, if you want speed, I mean, the Japanese and the Italians obviously do make fast bikes. So just buy one of those. Like, they're all about the same price. So why would this even be a conversation of topic? I don't know. I just saw the video and I'm just thought, well, okay, yeah, it's just basic engineering. It's you design your vehicle for purpose, basically. What do you want it to do? Okay. And I'll tell you something about Harley that I heard. I don't know if it's true, but they ran a engine for 20 years straight, and the only reason it stopped working was because they turned it off. And that was just, they ran this thing on full blast for 20 years straight. Just stuck it in a shed, put some sound muffler crap on it, and just let it run full power the whole time. They just kept filling it up. And yeah, didn't break. So what does that tell you? Anyway, peace out. Bye.